Hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever long play with me, PS Freeman. As you can see, I'm going to play the original Need for Speed. This game was released in 1996. Very interesting little fact for you, Damon Hill was Formula 1 World Champion that year for Williams. And the very next year, Jacques Villeneuve won the championship, and sadly it was their last World Championship. Well, certainly for now. Who knows what it's going to be in the future. So let's get into it, shall we? I'm going to do a tournament and hopefully do well. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? And we are starting with Rusty Springs. I think there are 7 locations in this game. Obviously, they get progressively harder as the game goes on. So let's take a look at the cars. The Toyota Supra. We have a Acura NSX or a Honda NSX. The Mazda RX-7. And that's it. That's all I can pick. Great. Well, it's going to have to be the NSX because, well, let's face it, it's faster. It's got a top speed of 168 miles an hour. Well, the Supra has 155 estimated. And the RX-7 estimated again 158. Now, I guess maybe the reason I would possibly go for the Supra is because it's got a faster 0 to 60. Therefore more torque. But if we're looking at overall top speed, then I think I'll have to be the Acura. So let's go ahead and pick that. Loading. Ayrton Senna helped develop this car, and there is some great footage of him blasting around Suzuka in this car. And if you want to see an absolute genius behind the wheel, I recommend checking out that video. Absolutely. Actually, you know what? Even just pause this, open up a new tab, open up YouTube again, and just have a look at all the man could do. He was so good. So, lights have gone out, and away we go. A very poor start, I must confess. And we are. Do you know what? I would love to say what I'm behind, but I actually cannot tell. So as we come around the first corner, there is, I think that's the RX-7 ahead there on the left, and also on the right. We're challenging coming in to another lazy right-hander. That suddenly happened. The RX-7 just swooping ahead of me, cutting the nose. Oh god! All right, that's a wall, and I've now lost an absolute ton of speed. Oh wow! Flat last, coming into the second lap. Thankfully, there is 8, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some kind of. Oh god! RX-7 there on the inside. I couldn't even see it. As you can tell from the jerky movements of the steering wheel, I am not using the analog stick. I don't even have a steering wheel. I'm just using the good old D-pad. And again, just about keeping out of the wall. And the RX-7 literally just drove into me there. Come on. Was there any real need for that? Absolutely not. That's not gentlemanly at all. So we're now comfortably in 6th. I would like to get a podium. I really would. But I've got my, well, not really foot, but my thumb hard on the accelerator, and nothing's happening. But if you notice, if you go around these corners, you scrub off an absolute ton of speed, and that doesn't help either. That really doesn't help. So you lose a lot of momentum. So from going from a modern game to this, I'm not going to deny it is a bit difficult. It really is. Because you're so used to the finesse of an analog stick. It really, well, let's say it feels real. But the feedback that you get, you know what the car can do. And it's a good feeling. While with this, when you're tapping the button, you got to just like, yeah, constantly tap, and then you just still end up in a wall. I have a funny feeling, people, that I am going to end up 6th. I've still got 3 laps to go, and the car ahead, I think it's an NSX, I'm catching and yet cannot, get close enough. I should have picked the Supra, shouldn't I? Let's face it. Now, unlike other YouTubers, I'm not really going to go through the history of this game. I don't feel that there's any point, because talking and racing at the same time is clearly difficult. It's not necessarily that. It's the fact that there is so much information out there already. I'll be treading old ground, and there is plenty of other people who have, gone into the in-depth of this. It's not just this game, but the entire series. So what more else is there for me to say, really? So I'll rather just commentate on how, badly I'm doing. Right, so we're coming up into the, oh my god, into the final corner. I wanted to sort of, lay off the accelerator, just coast into the corner, but that clearly didn't work. So again, I'm catching the NSX. I am catching it, and I may actually be on for a move here. Is there slipstreaming in this? I doubt it. But I'd like to think so. Let's see if we can get some kind of tow. No, it's not working. So, off the... Oh, man. I was getting so excited at the fact that I was catching up and then just ended up hitting the wall again. So, as the announcer quite rightly said, it's the final lap. Around we go. If you look at the little blobs in the mini-map, you can see that I'm keeping up. I am actually keeping up. It's that final corner which I just cannot seem to do. And again, completely messed it up. Okay, first race and a 6th place. Not ideal, but not ideal at all. However, that is relatively consistent. That is consistent. I am happy with that. I am consistently hitting the wall. And, yeah, okay. Oh my goodness, even my time is not good enough to be in the top 5 there. Old Boldy beats me again. So, next race is Autumn Valley. Definitely Autumn Valley. I don't mean to do that. Should we go for an evening race? Let's go for an evening race. Isn't that quaint? Ooh, I'm going to pick a new car. Ooh, what should we go for? Ooh, should we go for the Porsche? We have a lovely Corvette ZR. Oh, God, I love that. That classic wedge shape. Those pop-up headlights. Oh, and then the Viper. Yeah, I think I'll just... Yeah, give me a moment. Fun fact, the Dodge Viper is my favourite car of all time. I love this car. I've always loved it. Ever since I was a kid, my dad had a little model car of it. He used to be on his desk at work, and I used to play with it. It was a red one. He still got it, actually. And it was that model. And I've been in love with the car ever since. So, therefore, I'm going to pick it. Oh, just look at the lines. I mean, American cars for me when I was a kid was very much... Well, Kit from Knight Rider. A wedge, a, the pop-up headlights. It was very boxy indeed. However, when this thing came out, it just looked like a European sports car in my eyes. That's what it looked like. And it just blew me away. And as I got older and understood it a bit more, the fact that it was a V10 and not a V8, I just ended up loving it even more. And you can see with the performance straight away up into 6th, overtaking a Porsche and a Viper, and we're going around the outside of yet another Porsche there. Now, the advantage of the Porsche, of course, is that well, at least I like to think it will have better handling. So in the twiddly bits, it will probably a little bit faster than me. And, oh, wow. The car was a little out of shape there. I was able to hold on to the 5th place. I've got 6th all over my rear view. Oh, that's the inside of the wall there. That's not good. Oh, right around the outside goes the Viper. Okay, that's not helpful. So we've got a 6-lap race here. When I look at this track, I think of that racetrack in Forza. I can't remember its name. I think you all know which one I'm talking about. It's the one where, if you're going forwards, there's that long sweeping right-hander first. And then it's a little sort of bus stop chicane kind of thing. And then there's a bridge, you go up a hill, and then the final blast is straight down this hill. And if you've got a car absolutely hooked up, you can thump through the little chicane there. And you can just make up so much time on the AI. It's brilliant. So still in 4th. Coming around here. Just get onto the brakes and try and have a nice tidy entry this time. Says it in the wall. What was that? 3 times? 4 times? Back down to... Oh, God. I've lost 2 places there. Please don't switch off. I promise I'll get better. Okay, so back up into 4th. Now, there is a realistic possibility of me at least getting a podium. Whether I'll get it or not is a different matter entirely. As we come into the final corner here. Just tapping the brake. Just get that front end in. Getting that front end in with the understeer. I can see a car directly behind me. I have no idea what it is. With this game that I really did like, and still do actually, is the interior view, the inside view. There were not many games which had an inside like this. They usually have a bumper cap. And I overtook a Corvette. That's what it was, not a Porsche. And I've always loved that. It looks so... it basically is. It's kind of a photo, isn't it? And it just felt like you were in the car. You were really in the car. And they kept that up with the second Need for Speed as well. And I know that Porsche 2000 on the PC had that. I think Hot Pursuit did as well, didn't it? And then after... And then kind of after that, that was it. They stopped. I'm assuming they stopped because just the amount of cars that they were adding into the newer games, therefore less memory, less chance of putting things like that in. I guess with Underground especially, you had all the customization, all the music as well, of course, new tracks, different modes. Yeah, there wasn't really much point, I guess, putting an interior view in. I think they kept up with that. There's no real interior. There's just a bonnet cam or hood cam for the American listeners. So there's oh god, goes the Corvette again. I'll say there's 3rd and 2nd directly ahead. They just got to try and keep it tidy. That's the thing. There's that one corner there, that right-hander further back, which seems to be a bit of a trouble for me. I don't have the confidence to turn and brake at the same time. I don't know if everybody can hear that. There is a thumping motorcycle outside. Oh, understeer. My goodness, that was really bad. I was trying very hard to just feather the... well, feather as much as you can with this. Just because of pressing square multiple times. Can't exactly brake softly. So, we're on the penultimate lap. I just need to try and close up so I can have a realistic shot at getting onto the podium. Too late. There you go, into the wall, and there goes the Corvette. Oh my goodness, I lost so much time and ground there. I lost even more time there. Porsche's got past me. Oh dear. Okay, let's try and get fourth here. Need to get back up into fourth. Regroup. And see what we can do. And tidy onto the inside here. Just come down into the final corner again. Let's try and keep this nice and tidy. Oh, inside. There we go. Bit of a janky angle through there. There they are again. There they are. Directly ahead. I can't maintain the speed. I'm trying to maintain speed through these corners, and yet... oh, no. I didn't help. Let's just feather the brake. Oh, there's the Corvette directly behind. Just trying to keep the speed up through the corners, but I just lose so much of it. Right, I didn't lose a spot that time, so there is a good chance that I might actually get onto the podium here, as long as I don't keep scrubbing off too much speed through the corners. I mean, they're right there. I can feel it. I can smell it. Oh, here we go. There's the Viper there. Again, let's just feather the brake down the inside. I don't know what car that was, but I've overtaken it, I think. Oh, no, it hit me. And there's a drag to the line. There's a drag to the line. And that's second place, people. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that indeed. Oh, yes. Right. There we go. God, that final one was the fastest lap as well. So, enter my name. B. S. F. P.S. Freeman. Oh, that was a lap record as well. Oh, lap record on the final lap. Look at that. So if we had just break it down a little bit. So, again, I was consistent. But if I had just could handle that one corner correctly, look how much time I saved. 3 seconds. Well, that's a huge amount.
Congratulations.
Okay.
You've got a top 10 time for this
So
track.
that's for overall. That's a 4th fastest time. That's still 30 seconds off of the fastest time by radar in the Ferrari 512. Okay. And still 20 seconds off of a chipper. Oh, look at that record top speed. Once again, Baldy, you've beaten me again. Honestly, god damn it, Baldy. Right, next race. I think this one's called Alps, if I remember rightly. After it loads. Oh, Vertigo Ridge. Let's go for a morning race. I think Alps is a little bit later. I think that's the final. Oh, hello. Ferrari. So Ferrari, oh Lamborghini, Diablo, all the Ferrari. That's it. It's one of those two. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so judging by the track, let's just be naughty. Let's have a look. It's quite a sweeping track, isn't it? We've got one area in which the car can really be let loose, and that is the start finish straight. So is this more Ferrari territory? Hello, what's going on here? I didn't realise that there were the rest of the races here. Well, either way, Vertigo Ridge, away we go. I'm going to pick the Ferrari. It's going to have to be. I think one of these went under the hammer recently at the Bonhams auction at Goodwood. The 83rd members meeting, I think. I remember watching a video. I'm subscribed to Goodwood, and I was watching one of their videos, and I think they mentioned, oh, there's a 512 over there. I mean, it's just so Ferrari, isn't it, of that time. The wedge, again, pop-up headlights, super cool. It's so Italian. Here we go. And green, and I was slow off the line again. Okay. Here we go. Gosh, this feels so quick compared to the NSX. Alright, so... oh, gosh, very wide through that first corner. So we're up into 7th, challenging for 6th. Let's sweep around the outside. 5th there, trying to cover the line as well. So let's head down the inside through the tunnel. Got left hand coming up here. Oh, no, that's a wall. And that's a car directly behind me. Oh, I see. So the AI hits the wall and has absolutely no repercussions. Me, on the other hand, it's like I'm scrubbing against sandpaper with my face. Ugh. So down to 7th. Oh, I don't know if the whole second place or even first is going to happen again. I thought it was a building on the right hand side there. It was a waterfall. So we head uphill here. Oh, off camber, off camber. Massively off camber. Oh, wow. This is more of a crash fest against the wall, isn't it? And again. Let me take this left here. Oh, God, I am doing so horribly here. What a lovely forest section. These lines are just terrible. Oh no. Okay, so we got into 6th. I think that's the final call. Oh right, it's okay. So it's okay. So this time I know that if I'm challenging for a position, I've got to be down the inside into the final corner. Otherwise, I'm not going to get the place because the run to the line is pretty much non-existent. Which is a shame, really, because I do think that would make it a little bit more exciting. I'll just tap the Ferrari there. I can't mean to do that. All I'm going to do is just stay behind, rub against it, help me get around this corner instead of hitting a wall. Oh my goodness. Invisible walls, man. Invisible walls. At least getting onto the grass would have been okay. They still could have taken a nice wide line, but absolutely. No, invisible wall. Bosh. Of course, this period of gaming was... of course, it's the limitations of the hardware, I guess, so you had to put something like that there. You couldn't just keep driving onto the grass. Of course, they learnt so much from this, and moving on to Need for Speed 2, which I played a lot on the PC. You know, there wasn't really much in the way of off-road, but you could do a lot more than this game. Absolutely. And as long as and as long as everything goes well, I'll do a long play of that one too, and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's only on a few tracks. I think in the Canadian one you can go behind a bunch of trees and actually completely cut corner as well. I know on the Outback there is the ability to basically, like that part where I went close to the grass and hit the wall instead, you could actually just go all the way over. And I think... Oh, I'm just trying to think of another track in which there's... Oh, Mediterraneo, I think it's called. The Greek level. Not Greek. Is it Greek? Mediterranean? No, it would be more Italy, wouldn't it? Oh, just embarrass myself there to everybody in YouTube land. Yeah, there are parts on that particular track. Again, you could go off road a little bit, which is a bit strange in a Ferrari F50. Oh well, such is the world of video games. You can do all sorts of things. Who'd have thought in the Crew 2 you'd be driving a Fiat 500 monster truck, which is great fun, by the way. And let me know if you'd like me to do a long play of the Crew too. So it is absolutely brilliant fun. I do enjoy playing that. It's so wacky. It's the stuff you can do in it. Anyways, let's concentrate back on this instead of doing what I did the last lap. Okay. We are now past the halfway point of the race, as we are still in 5th. Judging by the mini-map there, you can see in the bottom left, the field is quite bunched up. Really? The field is nice and bunched up, so once I'm able to get a bit of a run, I should be able to overtake a few of them in quick succession. I mean, it hasn't worked so far, but we can all hope, can't we? Oh, again, a wall. So that's past the Lamborghini, so it's now on to podium positions, and... Whoa! God, what kind of speed was the Lamborghini doing? And why was I the one who came off worse? Man. After all of that. So, past the waterfall again. And the other one. Let's try and get those 2 positions back. It's funny off-camber corner. That really throws me. And this doesn't help either. So Ferrari there hits the wall, and yet is able to maintain speed. I hit the wall and lose all my speed. Why am I doing so badly? I used to be so good at this. I think again it's the... Oh, what? Hey! There we go. I think again, as I said earlier in this, that we are so lucky and I guess spoiled with the kind of feedback that we can get in racing games. Like Gran Turismo 7, for example, with the haptic feedback on the PlayStation 5 control pads. Oh wow. You know, you could feel the squidge of the tyres as they, you know, when they're crying enough, you can just feel them. And it's incredible, while with this, there's absolutely no dual shock at all. There's no feedback. You've got nothing like that. I'm hardly expecting a simulation here, but you realise just how much you're missing. And how much, really, everything's just come forwards. You know, we can't sit here and knock these old games. I mean, it's easy to do so. You know, the fact that I can even see what I'm doing is pretty incredible. This really ought to be called Need for Speed Block. But it's through this, through those years, that we are able to have games that we have now. You know, there will always be those absolute clangers, but even those are lessons that are learnt in the world of video games. Man, that one corner is really giving me some hassle. I mean, this Ferrari are absolutely going for it, hammer and tongs. So as we're in the penultimate lap, onto the final lap, I think the best I can do here is 5th. I really do. I can try to go for at least 4th. I can see, was it fourth, third, and second ahead of me. But I think it will take something pretty, I guess, special. Oh, it's the wall again. Something pretty special to do this. The thing is that I've always found quite interesting with with these games is that, you know, I can understand the point of having the faster cars on the harder tracks. You know, it's a challenge to drive something like this around these kind of areas, but, you know, the Lamborghini at Rusty Ridge, come on, how much fun would have that been? You know, and then using, say, the Supra or even the Porsche around here would have been a little bit more ideal. But where's the challenge, right? So coming down the hill now. This right-hander, Ferrari absolutely all over my exhaust pipes. Again, just hitting the wall. Took that a bit better. There was the downshift, pitched the car in to the corner a little bit better. Oh wow, I actually took that corner properly. Who'd have thought it? Oh, and the wall again. 3 times and no! Penultimate corner. The Lamborghini was right ahead of me. I could have had 4th, but I guess I'm going to have to settle for 6th again. Oh, from the dizzying heights of 2nd place back down to 6th place. Never mind. Looks like we got a fastest time though. So, shame it doesn't remember what I put in last time. There we go. A 147. God, still 9 seconds off of Alpha Dog in the same car.
Congratulations, you've got a.
And I'm 6th overall in the. Oh, I pressed cross too quickly. Never mind, hitting my microphone there. Sorry about that. I'm going to try and not edit these too much. I feel a bit more of a, I guess, raw recording will be, well, a little bit more interesting. You know, then you got me being me and not something else. So we're into City. These are more, this is an A to B race. And there are 3 segments or stages, if you will. City, of course, is going to be the fastest one. Do I use the same logic and go for the NSX? Or do I just play it safe and use the torque of the Supra? Let's go for the Supra. Oh, wow. Of course, everybody's going to remember this as the hero car of the Fast and the Furious. And ever since then, of course, these cars have just been absolutely abused. How many people are there in YouTube land who claim they have, or well, not claim, have shown that they have a 1,000 horsepower Supra? We get testament to the fact that these cars are so easily tunable. Brilliant, right? But it then drives up the prices for a standard example. I guess the same goes for any of these JDM machines. So, oh yeah, the torque has really helped here. Turbo's really helping. Well, up to 4th already. So I'm hoping that I don't lose out onto the NSXs because of the lack of top speed. I'm just hoping that I'll be able to keep up, and if through the corners, sort of lack thereof, oh, the NSX there got checked up by the Supra, which has given me a great run. The Supra now is just doing all that it can to defend. There, we're past. Okay, I don't know what's ahead, but I can just about see it. So we've got 4.5 miles? Kilometres? I don't actually know. I'm assuming it's kilometres, considering the speedo is in kilometres. So I'm hitting 250k. I don't know what that is in miles an hour, but... Oh, wall. Again. Scrubbed off a truckload of speed, and there's the NSX. Look, it's got the top speed. It's all over my rear bumper now. can I hold it off? I don't know. And the car is topping out at 250 kilometres. I mean, well, what is that in miles an hour? I'm not very good at conversions, unfortunately. Back corner that. I know I hit the wall, as I have been doing throughout this entire long play. Like that. That's a Supra, isn't it? And we've got to run. Oh, man, I just lost out. Oh, that was the closest to a win. The closest I've got to a win. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, see, my top speed was better as well. Gosh. Okay, so on to the next segment. I'll wait for this to load. I think that background's fake. Reminds me of those cool renders. Have you seen those? Watch a synthwave video. I can't remember who uploads them. Is it Asthenic? It might be Asthenic. Or the Prime Thanatos. Thanos. The Prime Thanos. Look him up on, well, YouTube after this. And have a look at some of the synthwave mixes. And just, there are these incredible renders of these cars with this like very cyberpunk kind of feeling, and it's just so cool. Right, so good start. I started in second because I finished second, so we need to just build upon that by not hitting the walls. And again, I've got the NSX absolutely on it, right behind me. Down the inside here. So it's a nice wide road now, so if the NSX does come up behind me, I've got to be really robust in my defence. Come into the tunnel here. I can't even tell where the apex is, man. Oh man, that's crazy. It just all looks the same. Gosh, how do we play these back in the day? No! Ah, the walls. Walls, my greatest enemy. Oh no, I'm really losing out now. I'm just not able to pick my braking points because I can't see a thing. I can't really tell what the scenery's doing. And I've got less than 2 kilometres to go. Oh, I've dropped down to 4th. Oh dear. 5th. No, it's still 4th. That's okay. I don't know who's on the inside there. Oh no, I've absolutely just been terrible this time. Oh dear. That was not good. That was utterly terrible. I am so sorry, everybody, for watching that. I mean, my top speed was worse than the next car. Oh, gosh. Okay. So let's head into the third and final segment of this race. So wait for the game to load. So tell me how you're all doing in YouTube land. Leave a comment down below if you have been enjoying this. I would really appreciate any kind of feedback. I mean, it is my first video. I'm hoping I'm not sounding too wooden or robotic. I'm hoping this is sounding relatively good. And if this kind of content is enjoyable for you, let me know. If you want to see more racing games, I would like to go through the Need for Speed series. That would be cool. How long it would take to do something like the later ones, I don't know. That may take weeks. But there are plans in the future to do other games such as a Formula. Really, I mean that Super literally just stops right in front of me. I can't see a thing now. Literally, I mean it's dark. and the walls all look the same. I can't see the apex, and I'm coming up with every single excuse in the book as to why I'm doing terribly, other than the fact that I've got a serious lack of talent at the moment. So, as I was saying, there's other plans for this channel. As you have seen, one of the very first video, video I ever put up onto here is an unboxing. There'll be plenty of those. Go check that out if you haven't already. There will be one of the funny little square things in the corner with the X next to it. I'm sure you've already clicked it to tell it go away. But if after that you want to watch it, by all means, again, leave me a comment, see what you like, if you enjoy it. If there are any games that you'd like me to unbox. Or maybe I should stop talking because I'll keep hitting things. One of the other plans that I have is to do a Formula 1 championship or a NASCAR one. You know, kind of just go through the PlayStation Formula 1 games, original PlayStation, go on to PS2, of course up to the 3. And, well, I guess there was that one on the Nintendo Wii for 2009 because Codemasters took over. And then back to the PS3 for the 2010 and onwards. Again, if that is something of interest, please let me know. I know there are many other YouTubers who've done it before. I'm not ever going to be the first, and neither am I going to be the last. But if you'd like to hear my take on it, my spin, that'll be fantastic. And that NSX has got such legs. Oh, there we go. Hey, oh, that's why, because there's corners. It teaches me for not really looking at the mini-map. Oh, all I'm doing is going backwards here. That's all I'm doing is going backwards. Oh, man. I think the highest I was running at one point was 3rd, wasn't it? Just trying to not hit the wall. I should print that on a t-shirt. Try not to hit the wall. Oh, we come across the line. I mean, from the heights of that 2nd place in the 1st segment, back down to 5th, it's very frustrating. I'm not going to deny. And I know I keep coming up with all the excuses, but I can't see anything. You come into the tunnel, and suddenly there's an apex there, and I've missed it. I've turned in too late. I've obviously not hit the brake or anything. Oh, man. Oh, well. I mean, even my total time is just... Actually, no, it is still terrible. Gosh. Okay, well. Now, on to the next one. Coastal. And then after that will be Alpine. Right. Let's head into it. Let's do this. I like how they call it tournament. Yeah, I have no idea of point standings. No idea at all. So, let's go for the Viper, of course, because I love it. There was that TV show literally called Viper. You know, I never saw it. It was one of those where I found out about it later on in life. And I know they've got something about it on YouTube. I really ought to watch it. I'm sure it's probably as naff as it does look, but the fact that the hero car is our Dodge Viper is just blah. God, I do love this car. If you haven't guessed already. Let's go. You know, on this, you haven't seen it, to actually go, once the green light is there, you have to press R1 to shift up into 1st. Anyway, you get that Viper's rubbing against me and I've now lost so much time. Yeah, you have to shift up into 1st and then after that it's automatic. Yes, I am playing with automatic gears. Okay. Reason being is that I'm used to using triggers and cross and square to shift up and down. Unfortunately with this you can't change the buttons so that you can use the back triggers to accelerate and brake, because otherwise I would be using manual gears. So challenging for 6th. I drove into the Porsche there. That was terrible. So if I'm not hitting walls, I'm hitting other competitors. I wonder if I've hit everybody so far yet. I wonder if anybody's been keeping track. God. Guess what? I hit a wall. I would love to comment on the scenery, but I'm too busy trying to see what I'm doing. See, that's one thing that I feel that a lot of games are lacking. And I'm not going to knock Forza and Gran Turismo, because of course they are legendary games. I play them both. I think they're both fantastic. But a game where it's just pick a car and go on made up tracks, how often do you see that now? You know, you just don't. You just don't. And I do miss that, because you feel sometimes, oh, you know what, I just want to just race and not think about it too much. But in a lot of games nowadays, you pick a car and you have to progress. There's constant progression in these things, which is, again, not a bad thing. Like I said, I'm not knocking it, but when it feels like it's all the time, you know, I think it would be great if we could have some you know, variance in these things. Sorry about that. Try to cover it up. So, you know what? I was so busy talking, I don't even know where I came in that one. Where was I? Did anybody notice? I'm sure you all did. And how badly I'm doing. God, I never really realised how long the tail is on this car. Well, you've got to put the roof somewhere, right? Okay, oh, 6th, that's where I last ended up. Okay, so, an 8-kilometre blast to the finish line. Already lost out to the Viper and already into a wall. Oh, this is a little bit more twisty. You know what? Maybe I should have picked Porsche. But, it looks like the Porsche, the Viper and the Corvette came into a bit of trouble there, which allowed me to sneak on through up into 4th. So now it's just, can I keep my head down long enough to be able to challenge for the top spots? Try not to touch the gravel on the edges of the track, because they are slowing me down. Oh, balloons, aren't they lovely? Whenever I see balloons now, all I think about is the hot air balloon in the stadium, or the blimp rather, sorry, in the stadium for Duke Nukem 3D. I'll never forget that. I got the old rocket launch, no, the jetpack flew all the way up there, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I'm going to shoot it, and I did. And all that ammo, all those weapons fell out. I was like, Christmas has come early. Grabbed them, and away I went. Wailed on that boss there. It's great fun. Of course, there was that funny FMV afterwards where he literally just kicked his eyeball out into the scored a field goal. Okay, so where are we? We're currently 4th. Oh, got a great run on the Viper there. God, it took me by surprise. Oh no. Oh, 2 kilometres to go and I've lost out. Lost out big time. Oh dear. Ah. That's really annoying, that. Try and... These invisible walls are giving me such pain at the moment. They really are. What have I got to do to stop hitting them, apart from concentrate? I'll say concentrate, because I know I need to do that. Fourth. Okay. Right. Well, I could have been second. Could have been second. But it didn't happen. Okay, so on to the third and final segment now. As we wait for the game to load. 3-spoke alloy wheels. How often do you see that now? You just don't, do you? Just don't. It's been my dream to own one of these cars. I've always said if I win the lottery, the very first thing I would do is buy a Dodge Viper. A Dodge Viper GTS Coupe. This year, 1996. That's the car I'd have. You know, yes, I know, gas guzzler. Yes, I know, it will probably cost me an entire tank of fuel just driving down the street. But you know what? I'll have done it. I'll have had it. I'll be happy, and it's all good, man. It's all good. But for now, I've got the medium at video games. Oh, whoa, God. Ah, well, that's not annoying, is it? So yeah, I've got the medium of video games for the time being to be able to, satiate my thirst for this divine car. I understand there's the whole Viper Corvette battle. I get it. I really do. But I will never knock the Corvette. It is just one unreal car. What a piece of machinery. The fact that they kept that V8 going for so long. But what is everybody's thoughts on the mid-engine one? Really? You know, what is your thoughts? People are calling it sort of like a cheap European knockoff. You know, why pretend to get a Ferrari when you can actually get a Ferrari? But, you know, I think Corvette, or Chevrolet rather, have... I'll pat them on the back for the, you know, the balls, basically, for going against everything they've ever done. And shaking up the fan base by saying, well, actually, you know what? This is who we are. We're not getting rid of the V8. Yes, it doesn't sound the same, but I think that might have something to do with the exhaust system. I guess because it's not going so far from the front to the back. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'm not an engineer, but hopefully somebody is able to explain that. Pop it down in the comments, please. In a simple way. I'm not that intelligent when it comes to all of that, and I hit the gravel. I was in second. So as we come around this lighthouse now, to the wall, the Viper's just got ahead of me. Here we go. Right, final kilometre dash now to the finish of the race. It was looking really good for a second there, but not at all. So yeah, if anybody's able to tell me why the car sounds different, even though it's the same engine, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. And what is the Statue of Liberty there? Oh, Planet of the Apes, of course. Nice Easter egg. I like that. Wait, does that mean we're racing in the future? Whoa. Yeah, you got a top time. You got a top time for this track. BSF. Yay. Okay.
Congratulations. You've got a top 10 time for this.
7th. Okay, cool. Yep, I'm happy with that. Right, so we're coming into the very final race very final set of 3 races. So we're here in Coastal now. No, we're not. We're here in Alpine now. And now, do I go for the fastest car in the entire game? Yes, I do. Let's do this. The Lamborghini Diablo VT, ladies and gentlemen. We have what was the fastest car at the time, and still just an iconic car, an iconic shape. It's Lamborghini versus Ferrari, and I hope that I will be at the front of the field. Yes, I know you're all laughing, but there I can only hope. So, beautiful V12 in the back of this machine. I mean, it's just thunderous. Now, away we go for the final race. Well, set of races. So, good start. Up to 7th. Can I slip through the middle of these two? Absolutely not. I've got this Lamborghini literally just trying to stop and shove me off the road. Okay. Not quite the start I was hoping for, but I'm hoping that the sheer grunt of this machine will be able to just launch me up the field. So let's just stay here. And I've noticed that these cars are very reactive to what you do. So if I flick here... Oh, okay, maybe not then. Fun in the other races, when you move lanes, they follow you. So I was thinking that the same thing was going to happen. So we're heading up the hill now. Oh, there's a moose there. Did everybody see that? So we're in the Alpines. What is that? That's Switzerland, isn't it? Switzerland? Austria, even. Again, I think I've just absolutely butchered this. Oh man, this is probably going to be on some kind of YouTuber bloopers thing, me making an absolute hash of my geography. Right. So I'm actually kept up with the field. I'm very happy with that, even though I've been hitting the walls as usual. I think on the next video I'm going to have to do a wall tally. Pause it every time I hit the wall and just notch. Little notch. There we are. Hit the wall. What a surprise. Oh, here we are. Hit the wall. What a surprise. Whoa. Big jump there. Just thundering down this hill now. Here we go. Really picking up some speed. So, got the top four directly ahead. Oh. Just about see them. Now, can I use the gravel areas strategically to help say, oh, well, there's no point really, I've only got half a kilometre to go. And across the line. See, even the AI's getting fed up with me and is just wanting to throw me off the side. Right, so 5th place. 2 more segments to go. And then we'll have actually completed it. Sort of. Like I said, it's a shame there's no real, like, point system. I have no idea how well I'm doing. I mean, apart from not very, but having a points tally would give me some indication as to how well I'm doing compared to everybody else. Well, okay, here we go. Oh, that is possibly the best start I've had in the entire stream so far. Oh, well, that wasn't good. Okay. Down the inside of the Ferrari, touching the gravel, just at least I was able to maintain some speed there. I've got to get back up into 5th at least. I don't want a repeat of last time in City where I was 2nd and just dropped like a stone. I would say that was slightly embarrassing as an understatement. I mean, it was horrendous. I mean, what happened? Okay, that purple Lamborghini. What is it with that Diablo? Why does it feel like it needs to keep driving into me? What is it with the AI in this? Artificial intelligence. Well, then again, the way that's all coming along at the moment, has everybody done that chat GPT thing? I haven't done it myself yet, not at the time of this recording, but the whole premise, the whole idea is pretty frightening. You know, a lot of people in industries are up in arms that, you know, AI is able to create effectively works of art and, you know, song lyrics and things like that, but I don't know why they're getting so upset about it, because on the song front, you know, a lot of songs have the same word repeated over and over again and it hits #1. So it doesn't matter how lazy it seems to be to require an AI to do your lyrics when there are lazy lyrics already. But that's just me. Let's concentrate back on the racing, shall we? I guess I've got to keep you guys as entertained as possible while I'm throwing the car into the wall. Could you imagine the repair bill on this thing? You know, whoever lent me the car would be just like, oh no, not again. No, you're not driving this thing again. Hell no. Alright. So, got a nice interesting segment of corners here. I'm hoping I'll be able to at least try and... I don't understand what I'm doing so wrong here. I'm hitting the brake and then I try and turn and all I do is understeer so horrendously. I mean, that corner was a lot better. I'm trying to hold around the outside of the black Lamborghini there. Yeah, it made it work. But the gravel there's just slowed my acceleration down. I have a feeling he might be on the inside, or she. No, we're definitely clear. Okay, so we've got less than a kilometre to go. Have I got the speed? No. No, I'm definitely not going to have the speed now. So we're in 4th. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm up a place. So after all of that... Oh... That's actually a bit of a relief, because after that start, I did not think I was going to be anywhere. But look at that, what, 6 seconds off first place? That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, cool. Very cool. Oh, what a mean car. I love cars so much. You'll find that throughout these streams I'll be doing a lot of racing. A lot of racing. It's my forte. It's what helps me relax the most. You know, I can do shoot 'em ups, but I'm bad at them. I enjoy them, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy shoot 'em ups, but I'm just not very good at them. It may potentially be a waste of time even watching me play them, but I mean, if you fancy a good laugh, why not, eh? So, here we are, this is it now, the final segment, the final race of this stream, unless there's some sort of, I've unlocked something, but I don't think there are any unlockables in this. I know there is in Need for Speed 2. Oh my goodness. That grass just swallowed me up and just pitched me into the wall. There we go, I'll just use the AI to help me around the corners. Because why not? Oh, backfired. Down to 4th again. Come on. Let's hold it around the outside of this Lamborghini up into 3rd. It's a very technical piece, this segment. Oh my god, I absolutely... I was just taken out there. I've got to just try and keep it tidy, but it's so hard. Oh, oh no. Oh, I completely messed that one up. I couldn't even see where the road was going. It was just sort of going in wall. Okay, I see what's going on here. Right, because it's snow, you touch it, you slide. Okay, that's cool. I didn't expect that. I thought it would just slow me down like with the others. But no, you lose all traction. So, if I can keep this as tidy as possible and hope for the AI to make mistakes, I will then be able to just trundle up behind and hope for an overtake. Or I could just hit the wall. Just hit the wall. Like that. Oh, you can see what I was trying to do there. I was trying to cut across. But no, wall. There it is. Oh, I've still got 5 kilometers of this left. Alright. Let's try and make the best of a bad... Oh, I can't even see. Bad situation. Right. Oh, there we go. Right, so I kept out of the grass there. I've got a nice long straight here. Deep breath. Regroup my thoughts. Hit the wall a couple of times just for good measure. Why not? Because, you know, it's not like I haven't been doing much of that anyway. Okay, that's encouraging. Up into 5th. There we go. Got 4th and 3rd there. Yellow Ferrari is defending a bit. Whoa. Well. Yeah. Okay, well that suddenly happened. I don't remember that at all. Okay. Well, thankfully the yellow Ferrari didn't just get going. It's fallen back now. But equally, I think I've fallen back so far from the... You know, I actually winced when I saw that wall coming up. I did not expect to just ping off of it. Yeah, I was expecting that yellow Ferrari just to keep going as they have been throughout the entirety of this game. But I do not remember that just sudden drop. So what are my thoughts on the game as we come into the last half kilometre? You've got to start somewhere. The fact that Road and Track, you know, a huge automotive magazine, put their name to this because they clearly had faith. It's testament to what EA clearly believed that they had, the product that they had. And is it the best game I've ever played? No. Is it a fun game? Yes, absolutely. Do I want to play it again? Probably not. Because I'm so used to newer games.
You've got a top 10 time for this track.
But look at that. 4th time overall. You know, I guess that's a good ending to this. But that just said continued. Does that mean there's something else? No. We are done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finished. That's the end of the tournament. I don't know what place I came in the end there, but I've done it. And judging by this, I can't even... Oh, look, there's my record lap time in Autumn Valley. So I just want to thank everybody for joining me on my first ever long play. I hope it was enjoyable. I really do. Please leave a comment in the in the comments section. Just some feedback would be really good. Constructive feedback, please. I would really appreciate that. And you know, yes, I understand there's going to be some trolling. I get that. It's inevitable. However, for those who decide to troll, you know, I think all I can take away from it is I've just wasted an hour of your life. Well, I've enjoyed myself. So, who's the real loser? So, thank you very much again for joining me. Again, just leave some great feedback. I would really appreciate it. If you would like to see some certain games in the future, by all means, please pop that down. And and if you have really enjoyed this, please subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. It really will do. Because at least I'll have some indication whether I'm doing a good job or not. Look out for the next unboxing video, guys. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do next, but you know, just have a ganders, and yeah, again, leave some comments and feedback on that as well. I would really, really appreciate that. So, wherever you are in this wide world, thank you so much for joining me. I've been PS Freeman, and goodbye.